Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's roundtable. Today is a roundtable that we're pretty excited about. Stu Turley, President and CEO of the Sandstone Group, and we're here on the King operating rig, and we are having a blast. We got Chandler Knox. How are you? And we got Jerry. How are you, Jerry? All right. We got everybody else here. We are having fun today, and we are actually on the live rig. And as we get started here, Jerry, could you just tell us a little bit of what's going on? Digging a big hole in the ground. I like it. So it was pretty cold last night, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to walk out here and just show you the deck for a sec. Then I'm going to hand it to Chandler. 14. Coming back in. As I slip on it, I'm going to go to Chandler and I'll let you talk about the rig going on here.
Yeah, guys. So we're drilling at about 3560 right now. And I know that Peter will talk with Adam down there about more of the specifics of what we're doing with the charts and graphs that he's got going. But everything's going well. We're 4 days from spud, and it's cold out here, but Stu says extremely cold, but everything's going well. And for our first well up here for a 2-well campaign, it's gone fantastically well thus far. So anyways, drilling ahead to kickoff point, and as I said, I'm very pleased with the rig and the crew and the whole team effort up here. So
hey, Chandler,
yeah, Pete. Yeah.
What can you just, for our audience, can you describe, just remind us, define what spudding is? I know it's at the beginning, but can you define spudding for us?
Yeah. That's when you start drilling, start breaking new ground, drilling new hole.
Right on.
Yes, sir. But man, I don't want to steal any of Pete and Adam's thunder. I know Adam's real excited to get on camera here, but no, we're doing well.
That's your buddy. Hey,
yeah, that's right.
Before you run off, can I ask you a couple more questions? Can you kind of describe, like, I don't know if you can pan around a little bit, but describe like the well setup, where you guys are at right now, and what kind of operations are taking place inside your location right now?
Yeah, so we're about 15 minutes south of Perryton, Texas. So right up on the border, the Panhandle border between Texas and Oklahoma. And this is a Marmonton horizontal that we're drilling right now. And our location's right here in the middle of a wheat field. But in any case, right now we've drilled surface, ran our surface casing, and we're drilling the intermediate section to kickoff point right now.
Now, those guys inside, they're operating inside. What do you call that box you're in right now? What's the name of that?
This is the doghouse.
The doghouse. And that doghouse sits where relative to the rig?
So it sits up here on the side so that the driller can see the rig floor from inside the doghouse.
Right. And they're actually running the drilling from the doghouse, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Awesome. And then what's up above on the rig? Like what can you kind of talk to what the rig itself, like why a tall rig, and what's the point of having it built the way it is and in the structure?
Right. So the derrick is what is above us, and that's where you rack all your pipe back, and that's where the top drive travels up and down, and the top drive is actually what turns the pipe and does the drilling. But that runs up and down the back part of the derrick, and then in the front part of the derrick on the board, that's where you rack your pipe, your drill pipe, whenever you're coming out of the hole.
So what is can we see that apparatus? Is there a way to kind of give us a view of that apparatus?
Yeah, I'll try to.
Okay.
I'll try to.
That's a really cool thing. That's basically driving the hole in the ground, right? From the top side.
Yeah. So that yellow thing, I don't know how good of a view you got of it, but that yellow thing is the is the top drive.
There's a
Right
doghouse
on.
right there.
There's
Chandler
Jay.
Cuddy. Is Chandler Cuddy wave at me right now?
Yeah.
From that where it says rig number 2, that's where he is right now. He's
Yeah,
in there.
good
There's
call.
your rig. It's a big rig.
Hey, Jay, describe where the derrick is.
Do what?
Jay, describe where the derrick is. Put your view back up there and show us what. Point at the derrick.
That's the derrick right there.
That's
Right.
that's
So
the
that's where your pipe is.
right.
So you're drilling right there. So you're picking up pipe. They just picked up some more pipe. That yellow deal, which is the bottom hole assembly, right there, as you see it, it's kind of hard to see it, but there's a yellow piece of equipment, and that lowers the pipe in the hole. So you put weight on the bit, and the bit turns to the right, and all of a sudden that makes hole in the ground.
What we say?
And when that yellow piece of a PHA bottom hole assembly, when that thing comes all the way down to the bottom, they have to pick up more pipe, go back up to the top, and then drill down all the way down again. And they do that repeatedly until they reach total depth. Or right here, they're going to reach about 7,000 feet or so in the curve, and then they'll come back out and put intermediate casing, and then we'll make it all the way out with it's about I don't know, I forget what the total measured depth is of the well. I'm going to guess it's about 11,000, maybe 12,000 feet total. This rig will make 12,000 foot a hole total, which will be about 6,000 feet vertical and 5,000 feet or so horizontal, plus or minus.
All right, thank you.
Right on.
You know, so that's it. Everybody
Hey,
good?
Jay. Yeah, Jay, where are you at in what operation area are you in?
You're gonna have to give me a minute to make my round back here. I'm going back to the mudlog trailer.
All right.
So I want to show you something of the mudlog trailer in just a minute. And it's
All right,
cold out here.
when you get there, interrupt, and I'm gonna ask Adam some questions. So let me swap around here and let us know when you're back. So this is Adam. Adam, tell us what's your job here, bro?
I'm a drilling consultant for Hadaway Consulting Engineering.
Right on.
Oversee the operations on location. Take orders from guys like Chandler.
Right on. So you're here and you've got this is like you're working, you're living. I mean, this is where you're at.
Yes, sir.
Live out here while you drill it. Awesome. All right. Well, cool. Let me ask you some questions. So I'm gonna pop over here to your awesome dashboard. This is a live dashboard. Adam, you want to kind of just tell us what overall we're looking at, and then we can get into some of the details.
Well, we got over here is our bit depth. It's 3580, and then it's showing us our torque, how many gallons per minute we're pumping, which is over here, about 540 gallons a minute we're pumping down the hole. And it shows our inclination data, showing us that we're setting at 8.1 degrees, which is the angle of the hole.
Okay.
At a 179 azimuth, which means we're actually coming back to the right, which is very good according to our geological plan. So
Okay. All right.
right on point.
So in the inclination, what does that do for the drilling? Like, why is that important to know?
Well, that's because we're building away. So as we're building right now, we're sitting at 8 degrees. This is called the tangent section of the hole. So we'll hold this all the way to about 61, I believe, 6,100.
Okay.
So as far as all this goes, it's telling us that we are in perfect placement, and it allows me to see the hook load, what the strings weigh in, how much weight you're running on bit. So with this little computer, you can see everything they're doing on the rig floor.
And it's live.
And it's live.
Right on. So is this something you're watching? Like, how do you, this is something you're watching all day? Is that okay?
All day long. And I got it on my phone as well. If I'm out walking around location, I can pull it up and see the same thing on my phone.
Right on. So we're, looks like as far as like depth, we're about halfway, a little past maybe halfway, somewhere in that range.
Kickoff point. Yes, sir.
Kickoff point. Okay. And that's when you turn to go horizontal?
Yes. We'll start building the curve there around 6,200.
And why do you build a curve? Can you talk to that?
Well, you're building your curve to land into your zone. So if you're coming down, you can't drill straight into it and then turn it like you would a car. So you got to slowly build your angle. I think this was built on 10 degrees, and we'll build it into the zone of the Barrington where our good geologist has placed us. Making the well.
Right on. So you and I were talking earlier, Adam, about you know this area really well, and you've seen. Give us a scope on what the wells have been putting out as far as barrels per day up and down this area.
Well, a couple miles down the road, we drilled about a 5-well pad. So the production came on pretty strong. You know, anywhere from 350 barrels a day up to 650, and most of them are holding pretty steady. So.
Right on. So pretty good opportunity, we think, here.
Yes, sir. 100%.
Awesome. So, 100%. All right. Well, listen, Adam, thanks for giving us some insights to the graphs and just understanding the technology. I mean, man, I think drilling has come a long way. So appreciate your insights. So
you're welcome.
All right. So, hey, Jay, Stu, maybe you wanted to. Stu, you're back. I don't know if we wanted to get over to Jay. He's got a different part of the room, I think.
Oh, you bet. Jay, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you. There you go.
Yeah. Good.
All right, Jay, you're in the mud room, I think.
I'm in the mud logger room.
Mud logger room. All right.
Mud logger, what we're doing right now is you have the same type of scale here to find out what's your gamma, what's your penetration rate, how fast are you drilling, what's drilling. The big difference is here is samples. So about how many feet?
30-foot samples depend on all feet.
30-foot samples. So every 30 feet, the samples come up out of the ground. And it's a lag a little bit between they can come up out of the ground. But then he'll take a sample of this to see exactly, hey, what is the sample? What's going on?
Yeah. Take a sample, look at it from my scope. I got a camera here on it. It shows the sample right there. And then I'll overlay that onto the log, where you'll have a
Mud log
right here.
Right.
And so you have
there you go.
Of the sample at 30 feet. All right, then I put a description in here of what I'm looking at. I overlay the surveys that the MWD sent me. That way you can measure depth, the TV depth, correspondingly to the log here. It's the pathology of the log. What I'm sort of the sandstone, little shell, dolomite right now.
When he gets his samples, he puts them on the Pason so we can all see. If you can see that they're 50% shell, 15% sandstone, and 35% dolomite at 3,400.
What's dolomite?
Dolomite is the formation that we're drilling.
Okay.
So very unforgiving formation. If you don't keep your mud properties in shape, it'll take the mud away from you. You'll lose returns. So.
So it's a tough
formation.
So okay. So
it can be unforgiving at times. It'll stick you if you.
When you say stick it, you mean your
drill pipe will be stuck in the hole.
Oh,
it's a whole other operation, and we don't want no part of that.
Okay, so you want to keep it smooth, and that's the way to do
it. Yes, sir. So with his samples, he's telling us if he starts getting samples that are saying limestone, as far as weight on bit, how fast I'm turning it.
Okay.
So he gives us great data from that mud locker.
So the mud locker helps you understand how to proceed with drilling in case you run into something or don't, or how to avoid it, all of that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Adam. That's great. Hey, we saw you guys were kind of blanking out there, Jay. So Adam jumped in to help fill in the importance of the mud locker. Is that what it is? Yeah, mud logger. Okay.
Jay, are you there?
Okay, so hey, we're looking at the same type of machines here that catch a sample, and you'll see it when we're obviously at 3,500 feet, 3,589 right now. So we're not down into deep stuff yet. We don't have any big gas kicks, but you'll see this in the future. I mean, that's what the mud logger trailer is to make sure that we catch the samples and also catch gas kicks and see how big of gas kicks they are, what's your penetration rate. If you all of a sudden you speed up drilling, that means you're in a porous formation. And if there's gas kicks there, then hey man, you got something you need to look at on an electric log. We'll go over electric logs on one of our next episodes. Okay, so back to you. So I'm gonna get off this because it's probably gonna kick me off again. So I'm gonna get off. Any questions, Peter? I'll come find you. Okay, thanks.
Okay, sounds great. Hey, check the chat here, guys, and let's see if there's any questions on there. Great job, guys. I'll tell you, it's really fun talking to everybody out here. We got a thing from Ray. Massive importance to know the start line and speed of the brakes, just like the moonshot. Well, you got that right. I'll tell you what, that was a good one. If there are any other questions, please yell them out. I have to be really honest with you guys. The team here is outstanding on the rig, and it is fun being able to see them all work together. And I'm telling you, Jerry is just a stand-up citizen here. He's been showing us what's going on up here in the doghouse. So, hey, Peter, we're going to be, if there's not any other questions in here, let's do around the horn. And I'm going to say here from Chandler. All right.
Yeah, what do you?
Hey, Grant, I want to shout out to Grant. I can't see everybody on here, but Grant, thank you for that comment. It's great to see that the investments are coming through. It's fantastic that the King operating team is just out here as a family drilling with all of the great guys out here. We absolutely love the excitement and everything that's coming back for everybody. Thanks to Adam in there. We have 4 days to go until spud complete. That is phenomenal. Adam, it was really great meeting you. Even though I'm an OSU kind of guy, I still like you.
Yeah,
we won't hold that against you whatsoever.
That's right.
Bless you. Bless you. I'll tell you. All right. Well, I'm going to say goodbye here from the King operating rig. I'd like to thank Jay Chandler. I'd like to thank Chandler and the whole team for putting this together. And to all of our investors and out there, again, it's a family affair. We are so thrilled to say out there. And Ray, thank you for that note. We are staying safe. Safety is a big protocol. Thanks. We'll see you guys next week.